Hello there. This is my review, but not really a review, but my overview of my first hours of New World, of the New World beta, which I had gotten yesterday and thought might as well check it out, make a video. So I recorded for an hour, chopped it up for the best for the pieces I needed, and we're going to talk about what I think, specific areas of the game like sound design, gameplay, combat, graphics, all of that, how it runs, which is it's weird because my PC is pretty powerful and not very easy to make because my PC runs on a 3070, which is rare to get, so it's not exactly. Well, not a lot of people have it, so it's not that. It's not that. Well, what would you say about it? Like a lot of people would have a lesser graphics card, so But with my 3070, I'll just tell you how. When the video begins, I'll tell you how it runs and all of that. I hope you enjoy.
The stories you've heard, they don't tell the whole truth. The island is indeed the place of legend. There's power and vast riches as well. But those who've gone before you have simply vanished, never heard from again. I saw the horror, the madness that overcame the crew. It was beyond any evil the world has ever known. How I survived, I do not know. The contents of this box are not of this world. They will guide you to that one, wherever and whatever that may be. Go then, Captain. Chart your course and your fate. I will say a prayer for the souls of your crew.
So we begin with the character customization, which was a bit weird. They had no sliders or anything, like you had to just pick whatever it is. I hope they add more options because it felt a bit limited, because you couldn't really, you just click, change the color of something and that's it really. You couldn't maneuver your features or your scars or something like that, which I hope they improve because it's Amazon. They should be able to do this a lot better than what the character customization is right now. So hopefully they fix that. So I go with the white-haired character. I was just really making it because but the beta characters won't be carried over to the main game when it comes out on 31st August. So I was just testing stuff out, combat, whatever. I didn't really care too much. I was just testing it out. So if I made any mistakes or something like that, if I didn't like my character, it didn't really matter because it was not going to stick around. So here I pick scars, whatever. You couldn't really move the tattoos or scars, not that I know of. No, maybe there is an option for that. I didn't really look for it. Just quickly doing it so I can just get into the game. I go with one of my names I normally go by, Noba, and then once that happens, he does a really nice fade transition to the cutscene again, like he did beginning. So he looks around like there, and then boom. So you jump into the game, you have your WASD keys to move around, you go to the captain, he's almost dead, you get your weapon, simple sword, extra drop, block, simple, very simple controls. Should we talk about the combat now? We'll talk about the combat later, but it's a quick tutorial, heavy attack, normal attack, dodge, a good tutorial, like, simple buttons, tells you what to do. You go in, you talk to the captain, he's about to die. Then, accept the quest, then, boom, he disappears into a fucking pile of ash. And then you take his items, round shields, and a lot of light rations. So you continue, kill a couple of mobs, and you jump over this broken ship. And then you get to your first, somewhat, it's not really difficult enemy, but it's somewhat a bit more difficult than the others. He has a shield. He goes down without really much of a fight. This is one thing I feel like they should do a bit better. The AI coding is a bit stiff. I don't know how to explain it. It's a bit stiff. It's like when you attack, that's what you do. You can't, like, in the middle dodge, which I feel like would have been a bit better, you would have felt a bit better. You attack and you can't dodge or block until you finish that attack animation. But then we get to the opening shot of the island. You get to see everything. Looks very nice. I would expect it to look a lot better considering my graphics card. But at this point, I had it on medium because I didn't really check out. I was assuming it would just go to ultra, considering my graphics card and shit. But it would have been looking better. But even when I turned the ultra settings, it didn't look as good as it should have. Then we get to the captain, who didn't die, but got absorbed by the corruption. And I felt this is where my biggest complaint about the combat comes. It's stiff. It's very stiff. I can't explain it. It's like, you look here, it doesn't look like you're impacting him. And I feel like that should feel a bit more. Like, you understand he's big, bulky, it wouldn't really affect him, but look at me. I'm just attacking him and he can't really do anything. Like, he does attack and then waits 3 seconds. He should be a lot more fluid, like, I would expect him to dodge and shit, but like, dodge, block, something like that, to make it a bit more, harder. That was a disappointing fight for me, because it didn't feel like you should have. Like, it's your first, like, fight in the game. You would expect it to feel more, a lot harder than it was. I'm not too sure. Then we get to the first area, which is a camp run by this chick. She gives you a mission of killing your crewmates that are on the beach. For some boots, which is whatever, like, and I get my first level up. And now to talk about the level ups, there's these stats that affect different weapons like bows, I like that about the UI in this game is beautiful. It's one of the strongest things for me. It tells you what weapons your assets will affect and shit. So you get here. I just start killing the mobs. It was piss easy. As you fight, you gain like mastery points, so you can put points into your weapon. So if you focus on one weapon, you would have a lot more skills with it. And at this point, I had my Q, which I don't really use because you don't really need it. You just attack, and it's just, you know what they're gonna do. That jump attack that they do it every single time without fail. Well, no, obviously this guy's a different thing, but it's just the same attack most of the time. So you just, there's no variety. It's very scripted. And I've tried to design a game before, and I had variety. Like, you know, it's not that difficult to add variety. Like, you know, you just do like a random chance, like 1 to 5, and the different attacks. That's what I did. So it's like they do the same thing, and you predict what they do. You know, it just doesn't make it that the combat that exciting. So we get to the crafting, which I haven't really played around with the hour I played with. I haven't played around with it too much. It looks good. Like, it's simple. You tells you what you need and stuff like that. So it looks good so far. I will play it more, and you know, when it eventually comes out, I'll do probably a playthrough or something, or some sort of thing like that, like dungeon shit. And then you get to the gathering part. Well, I've been gathering stones at night, but you can gather meat from boars. This is the second problem I've found. The boars are supposed to attack you, but as you, I'm collecting bushes right now, but as you see, when I get to the boar, which is right there, he doesn't do anything. Like, I know I've somewhat stunned him, but you should attack me straight away, because that's what happened later on. I don't think I'm going to put this in the video, but he attacks me straight away later on. Animations, it could be a bit better, but it's fair enough. Yeah, it's a beta. I'll give the animations a bit of slack. I've seen the walk animation problem people have been having, like where the animation stops halfway and it looks like it's sliding. I've not had that problem somehow, but it's a problem that a lot of people are having, which is I didn't have to deal with it, so I was fine. Cook some light rations, which is your health. A second thing I found about movement is you're jumping. It's weird. It's just, it feels like you're not jumping high enough. Like you'll see a couple of times in the video. I jump and it doesn't do much. Like you would expect to jump higher. And this is another reward. I'm not sure how that works, like territory standings. I'm not too sure how it works. But like you get special buffs in certain areas, I'm assuming. And at this point I had a fire staff, which, I mean, I was expecting something a bit more. I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting a bit more better sound. I don't mind what you're doing with the staff. The sound, I would expect a bit more sound. Because the sound, the combat sounds where you hit somebody, it doesn't give you the impact that you should expect when you're hitting somebody with a sword or something like that. But the soundtrack is pretty good. It's weird that the sound design is that weird. Like sound effects are not that good, but the soundtrack is pretty good. At this point I had a couple of skills. I've been killing mobs. I had a flamethrower and a airstrike, basically, with my fire staff, which is good. I opened these 2 chests. I killed a shield mob, which is, it's not really that hard. You just attack the shield a couple of times, and then he breaks his guard, then it's over. Boring enemy. I expected a bit more, but it's just starting area, so it's fine. The third mob you face is the bomb thrower with fucking a little light stick that she hits you with if you get too close. Interesting enemy. Better than the other 2. Like this one right here. A shield person that you just attack a couple of times and then the shield just goes away for a bit. Like, you could have done a bit something better. But hopefully they fix that, like, shields better. At this point, I saw my first player, which, since I'm a massive cunt, I tried to attack. It didn't work, obviously, but if I could do that, I would. When the game actually comes out, I'm gonna be a massive cunt, and I'll enjoy every second of it. I'll be the guy that just attacks you while you're just sitting there. That's gonna be me, if I'm allowed to do that. So you get the next mission. You go into the caves, a cave, and I have a bow and stuff. Which, I don't know if I'm gonna go with that when the main game comes out. The bow feels nice. I'll give you that. You aim properly. Sometimes the accuracy of the bow is good, I guess. Sometimes it's a bit wonky. Like the hitbox is a bit wonky for me. But I like the bow. It doesn't have a lot of problems. Like the arrow goes where it is. It hits most of the time. So if you miss, you're fucked. Well, you're not fucked because you have a lot of health. But if you hit, the arrow goes where it's supposed to go, and it hits something they should hit. Like here, I hit at the back of the head, and you hit the headshot, which is nice. There's another player. I didn't really talk to them. I don't know if I'm going to get involved with other players too much. Eventually, when I get into the factions, then yeah, I will. But I'm playing on my own. I'm just going to play on my own, mostly like that. This is another problem I found. In a moment, I'll start a boss fight with, not really a boss fight, but it's you have to kill a certain guy. In this cave, I kill him. Oh, sorry, I kill him. Yeah, my quest doesn't finish. He says, the quest says search for the source of the corruption, which is the guy that is not that guy. I miss a couple of times here, which is embarrassing, but at the end I get him. So the guy on the right, that's the main guy. I shoot him a couple of times. He's the main source of the corruption. I kill him. I take a lot of damage here unnecessarily because I don't. I should have just swatched with my sword or not have two range weapons, which was a bit stupid by me, but it's fine. There's the sort of airstrike, but it's not really airstrike. It's a pillar of fire. That would be a better description. At this point, I was talking to the group chat, well, not group chat, global chat, talking about the game and how well it runs. And I was being stupid because I'm pretty dumb for having a computer degree. Gone college for computing. I am pretty dumb when it comes to it. I had my monitor on 60 hertz when it's 144 hertz, so that was dumb. And I had VSync on, which only limited my FPS to 60 when I could have had 100 to 150, which I eventually fixed. And I think at this point I have turned the game on Ultra. Sorry about that, cars outside. The game on Ultra. I'm pretty sure I have. I'm not too sure, but I should have turned it on by Ultra by now. So yeah, I think I finished the mission for some reason, even though the fucking quest is right at the top. So I eventually figure it out and come back, and then I have to defeat the guy again. I do much better this time because I'm using a rapier, which I love the rapier. I might be using that and the staff, most likely, because the rapier is nice, quick. It has the Q, which is like a bleed effect, which I love. I just love using rapiers. It's a nice, nimble weapon. So finally, I looked at the top, and I've finally done it. So I go back, and at this point, she tells me to go to the main town area, which I start walking over. So at this point, I've upgraded my rapier for the second time. You get a second ability, which is my E. I start walking. I'm in the trees and I get surrounded by wolves. And I really should have gone just straight for the road. I just decided to go for the trees, but I try to win, but I get ganked by another wolf, which comes behind me, which is fun. You can see the bleed knocking in there. This is the first time I've actually died in the game. And you can actually get revived, I'm pretty sure, by another person. Maybe it requires an item, I'm not too sure. So I, respawn. And I go the normal way, which is across the fucking road, not like an idiot like last time. So, yeah, I make it to the sea. Go to the main, main guy. The main woman in the town. The town looks very good. I have to say that. I have to give you that. The town looks very, very good. Looks like a proper town. I didn't focus on it too much because I've sort of seen the town in a video or something like that. Some videos. So it looks very nice. Looks very how it should. From the time period that they're going for, like conquistador or some shit like that. So there's another bug that I saw. I don't know why that happened because it should have just been jump over, but I've glitched back. So there are a couple of bugs here and there, but I make you to the main woman. She, tells me to go talk to another guy. He gets me sort of set up. Tells me go to talk to an innkeeper, which I do in a couple of seconds. I look around, find some other books. I don't really see the point collecting these. I just like collecting just in case I need them later on or something like that. So I'm going to the other guy that starts getting me set up, which shows me where other stuff in the town is. So I make it to this guy, and he tells me to go talk to an innkeeper, which is like if I die I can respawn there. I get another couple of points. I start putting it into dexterity for my rapier, which I think I'm going to focus on for this character until in a couple of days the beta will end. I don't know what that is, but I really want that spell or whatever it is. I really want to do that. If it was with the fire staff, which probably is, yeah, I'll already be using that a lot. So I talk to the innkeeper. He sets my spawn. You get to the, simple stuff. Then I go back to the guy again, and he tells me to go look for my storage space, which is just like a shed where you can pour all your shit in. He gives me an axe. Then after I finish the storage quest, which I should be going to now, one thing I don't know if I like or not is the top thing, which is like a compass. You don't have a mini map in this game, you get a compass, which I don't know how I feel about. On one hand, I like it because it fits thematically, you're on an island, you don't know where the fuck you are, you just got a compass, you got a mini map, which is nice. But here's the auction house there, but it's just it's been convenient because before I was doing a flag quest, you had to get 2 flags. I didn't know where the fuck they were. So I was just looking around for a bit, and then I eventually found them. Because it doesn't tell you exactly where they are. So I go back to the main woman. I looked at the auction house. I looked at the storage house, I guess, or storage shed. And at this point, it's been an hour, or close to an hour. So I decided, we got all our tools, we got a pick, we got an axe, so we got all our gathering tools, we got all of that. So I thought to myself, well, you might as well end it. It's a good place to end it. And that's it for my experience with New World for now. I will obviously be playing more until the beta closes, but a lot of problems, which makes sense as beta, but a lot of problems, easily fixable. It has a lot of potential. Right now it's a decent MMO. I did have a lot of fun with it. It's a decent MMO. Some problems which, considering it's Amazon we're talking about, a lot of money behind it, they shouldn't have. So let's just go through them. Combat sounds, not the greatest. you don't really feel the impact, which if they fix that, then I'll be fine with combat in general. Like, the other stuff is fine. It's just the sound effects aren't the greatest. Second of all, we have animations, which I feel like the animation in general should be sped up a bit more. Because for the enemy animations, you can kind of tell what they're doing, before. Sometimes I messed up the dodge because I didn't really care, because you're not going to take much damage anyways. But, at certain points, you're going to be able to dodge most of the things. At least, that's what I saw. Maybe later on they're a lot faster, I'm not too sure. Third. What would be the third one? Shit, I've forgotten what it is. What would be the third con? Maybe more of a weapon choice? Nah, actually, the weapon choice is fine. I was going to complain about the map, because I saw the map, but apparently it's going to be much bigger, so that's not really a thing. I haven't really got to the factions yet, so I can't really say anything about that, or PvP. And maybe I'll do a second video about that. Yeah, I like the game. It has a lot of potential if they do it right. So hopefully they do. And hopefully this is a game I will play hundreds of hours on, which is what I've been looking for. That's it for this review. I hope you enjoyed, and consider giving your opinions of what you've seen, because I'll be very interested, because I liked the theme when I saw this game, like Conquistadors, Muskets, PvP. I like that. It could be a very popular game if it does. If it gets the right backing, if Amazon doesn't just leave it, or hopefully Amazon treats it well, and it gets a lot of support, a lot of updates and shit like that. I hope it gets I'm not going to say anything anymore, because I haven't really gotten to the main meat of the game, which is the PvP and shit. But hopefully I'll do a video soon. I'll probably do when the beta ends, when I have a lot more things to say. And that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please comment down below, and I'll see you soon.